Hello, welcome back to another video. So I just got $5 in diesel. Got about a gallon. Didn't fill my little diesel heater tank, but I got it a little above half full because it's like it's a 10-liter tank, so it's like 2-point-something gallons or something. I don't know, but anyway. And it still had a little bit in there before I started putting the gallon in there that I bought. And that should keep me enough heat for the next... I should have enough heat now for at least... I'm going to guess at least the next 3 days. 4 days. So I like it when it's not super, super cold in Minnesota. Because when it's in double digits, even if it's below freezing, if it's in double digits, I don't go through as much diesel, especially if there's not winds. If it's cold and there's fast wind, it works a lot quicker because it's trying to keep up with the cooling a little bit. But if the wind's still, if you've actually got no wind, it's pretty dang efficient. Even in really cold weather, it's fairly efficient if you don't have a wind. So, just paying attention to where you park. It's another thing I've learned over this winter. I didn't think about it as much before. I kind of did, but when I was working, I didn't think about it as much because I'm making money and I can keep putting diesel on. Through this experience, I've learned to really conserve and pay attention to the flags. Any of the flags that are around, so I can see which direction the wind's blowing. And of course, if you got to go to the weather app, you can see the speed of the general speeds or gusts of the wind. And but then you got to figure out, northwest, east, which way it's coming from, and all that kind of stuff. Whereas if you just look at a flag, it's kind of hard to tell with the trees because when they rock, you can't tell. But when you look at a flag or a weather vane or something, then you can definitely see the direction the wind's going. And then from that, you can figure out the buildings around you, trees around you, where to park to get that something in front of you, the wind, to block it off so you don't have as much, so it breaks up the wind so it's not just flowing totally around your rig, And that really could make a difference in dollars of diesel fuel being burned, big time. Really big time. I could bet you on our cold, windy nights, if I was out in the open where the wind's blowing, I could go through $7 of diesel in one night on a really cold, windy night, and still be struggling to keep it warm in here. I mean, it won't freeze. My coldest night was like 45 degrees or something like that with the diesel heater running with a really cold wind blowing. But now, that $7 a night, when I converted it into dollars for the night, that same night, if I would have parked behind something that was blocking the wind on me, it might only cost me $3 for the night, so big difference, just blocking that wind. So, important stuff to think about that a lot of people probably don't think about, but when you ain't got no money, you start noticing little things like that. It's what you call survival mode. Turn this fan on. My goodness gracious. There's heat blowing back there. Woo! Shut that off. Oh my goodness gracious. So, because it's daytime yet, and no one's bothered me around town yet here, and I've parked different spots. But when I was working, I could bounce all the time, and I didn't worry about getting chased away because I didn't become an eyesore in any one spot, because I'd go stay all different places all around the area, so I didn't stick out as much. But when you don't have money and you're kind of restricted to staying in one spot, like I've been in the dang lot over there, my stress level starts climbing and climbing and climbing, because if I'm there all the time and I'm in a camper that sticks out, it's like at any moment I could get the sorry, you can't stay here, you gotta go, you know. And I don't know what I'm surviving right now barely, you know. So one thing I haven't done, because I've had so much going on, I'm gonna go over to the other side of the main thoroughfare here and I'm gonna do some checking. So, what my idea is right now is I'm gonna go, before I go back over to the Walmart lot, I'm going to there's other businesses that I've talked to them before and stuff, and everybody really likes me. I got a good personality and stuff, but I haven't checked Wi-Fi over there, because I also had my own Wi-Fi hotspot, you know, I was paying my bills and paying for my own stuff. Well, right now, I'm in survival mode, and I turn it down, it's cooking me. I've been in survival mode and don't have internet no more, so I was worried about, you know, not losing my noodle per se, but you know, when you're in survival mode and life is kind of kicking the tar out of you, and you got so much going on, it's easy to go down the rabbit hole of depression, of how are you going to make it through this, you know, life's so bad right now, you know. Do you even care about tomorrow? You know, I'm not in that situation, but I know there's people out there that are, you know, feeling so defeated. I know God's got big things ahead for me. I know He does. So I know this is all just a test or challenge or conditioning or whatever. I don't like it. I'm done with it. I am so ready to move forward. I think I've learned a lot out of this experience, and yeah. I don't want to get my all straggle on my story so much. Oh yeah, that's what it was. But this internet thing that now that I don't have my own hotspot because I can't afford it, because I don't have no income. The internet, unfortunately, I've lived before the internet existed. Of course, I was a kid then, and I could just go out and play, and I didn't have a lot of other responsibilities, or didn't have to worry about the essentials of survival. My parents took care of that, you know. They made sure I had food and clothes on my back, and I should have went.
Your support changes alliance scheme. Someone stay in my KTI stuff.
I don't know if you can see that or not. I hope that'll film it. There's an accident here. Bad one. Not good. Okay. Oops. So, sidetracked there. So now that I don't have said, I was younger as a kid. I had more friends to play with, things to keep me busy and all that kind of stuff. Well, you know, in my current situation, I'm older. I'm alone, starting my life over in this camper. One of my biggest fears was being alone. And I gotta say, as much as I still don't like it, I have conquered it well. Learned how to cope with it. But the thing is it's different from when I was younger, you know. Now the internet, at least, with the struggles I'm going through in life, if I start really getting an overload, worrying about stress and problems and stuff, at least with internet, I can jump on YouTube and look for shows or videos to watch that, whether it's an educational video to learn or something entertaining, it takes my mind away. From the immediate stress that I'm feeling or thinking or worrying about, you know. So I use it as a tool in multiple ways, but I use it as a tool to fight depression, you know, so I don't start going down that rabbit hole of my situation, you know, because I'm still alive, I'm still breathing, it ain't the end of the world, you know. But when you're going through challenges, that stuff affects you more, and you start feeling like it's the end of the world or life sucks or whatever, you know. And that's not me. I love life, you know, and I like who I am. I know I'm a real good human being. But I still have challenges, I still have feelings, you know. I mean, so anyway, so I thought, before I just go sit and do nothing, even though I shouldn't be burning fuel, I thought I'd come over this way and check a couple spots over on this side. There's a lot of little businesses over on this side, and see who's got open internet. So I can kind of break it up a little bit for, instead of staying in one spot all the time, even though I can't really move much because I don't got the fuel for it. But it's still, at least it helps me there ain't really nothing here. Gotta see something here. Okay, where am I at here? Gonna put this down. Yeah, nothing is open here. Everything is secured. Oh, there are internet signals here. Here. Probably did, but maybe I forgot about it or something. Burger King. Going to Burger King here. been in here before. Gonna stop right here for a moment. See if we get anything scanning here. I should probably stop this video for now. Maybe start another one. I gotta get too boring and involved watching traffic and stuff. Once again, thanks for watching. God bless you, and we will see you on the next one.